We just got everything settled with my mom's funeral, and it's Saturday morning. The birds are singing. Had a bad storm again last night, and but the birds are singing, and at least it's not raining right now. So anyway, I need something to occupy my mind too, and I thought I'd come out here in the shop and do something really quick. I haven't done anything in a week or two. Things have been really kind of up in the air for the last couple of weeks around here. So, but what I want to do, and it ain't nothing fancy. It's just I just want to try it and see if it'll work. So I found some of this screen. It's just expanded metal. That's all it is. It's just a piece of expanded metal. And I want to try something on my AR-15. I want to do a little paint job on that magazine. I want to see if I can't do just something, just to keep it from being so plain. So let's see what we can do. Turn this thing down when you see a little more about what I'm doing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm going to see if I can mark this thing right around the mag well. And because I don't really want to paint anything above the mag well. I would rather personally leave that open. So let's see if we got anything there that we can go by. I can find that release. There we go. Now let's take this and set it back down over here. See what we got. Did we get anything we can work with? Oh yeah, we can work with that. Yeah, you can probably see the marks yourself on there. So we're gonna stay above. We're gonna stay below that line. All right, now what are we gonna do? Do I really want to take all that off, or do I just want to paint around it? What? What do you do? Let's see. I've never taken one of these out. Let's just see what. You know what? I don't really see no sense taking it out, since I'm not going to be putting any paint in the front side of it. There's no holes in the side of it. The bottom's pretty well sealed up. Why don't we just stay with what we got? Let's experiment anyway. So let's just see. What I'm going to do is run some tape. You guys can't see a thing I'm doing, can you? I'm going to run some tape right along that line now. And I'm going to tape that up right across that line right there. Okay. Alright. We'll just roll that up, because that's going to be high anyway on the other side. So we're going to roll that up. We're going to roll this over to about right there. And then we're going to follow that line back up like that. And this is going to fall off a little high here, but that's all right. All right, now we got our line marked off. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Looks pretty straight to me. All right, now we're going to take another little piece of tape. And right here on the front, where it sort of made that V right there, we're going to square that off. And y'all keep in mind, I've never done things like this before. But you know what? If you don't stop and look and concentrate on it a little bit and use a little common sense, and then just jump in there and try it, you're never going to know if you could or not. So, take a little more tape. Make sure we don't get no overspray up here, because I don't want nothing up there. There we go. And what have we said before about painting something? If it don't work or it don't come out right, it's just a coat of paint. Alright, got that. Now I'll put this tape back over here out the way. Alright, that'll work pretty good. Now, let's see, what else we got to do here? Anytime before you paint something, you've got to clean it. Get all the oil and excess junk off of it. And I always just use plain old rubbing alcohol. It seems to cut the grease and everything pretty good. So let me get me an old rag here. We're going to soak this old rag down a little bit. Yeah, see, we got plenty on there. See there? All right, now we're going to wash this thing. We're going to wash it. I'm gonna get every bit of the grease and grime and hand junk, all that we can off of here. Down in the little cracks and crevices, good. There we go. Yeah, that's looking cleaner already. Alright, you can see where somebody sprayed it a little bit before right there on the end with something. Probably my son doing something. But we're going to see what this thing turns out. I mean, I don't want nothing that's going to jump out there and stick out there at you and say, hey, look at me. But I just want something a little different. I'm just going to do probably black and OD green with that screen, which make it look somewhat like a honeycomb, just to give it a little more character, a little different character. Just be something different. You know me, I like stuff that's different. All right, we're gonna set this down right here for a second, and I'm gonna spread this out here on the table, because I'm not gonna wrap everything up no more than I'm gonna be painting. But we'll spread this out here on the table. And this old rag I just used, so there ain't no reason not to use it. We'll just spread it out right here on the table. Okay, now we're going to set this down right here. Now, you can see that. And we're going to be doing some different things. No, you can't see that. So what are we going to do? You can't see. Oh, I'll just turn the camera around so you can see it. Now, is that better? Can you see it now? Now you're going to have to holler. I can't see the picture. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you see it? Okay. All right. If you can see it, we're okay. Okay. All right. If you can see it. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, you know what? I might just go with this tan, sort of a tan color, and get this thing shook up. There it goes. Hear that old ball shaking around in there now? We're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put this tan on here. We've got to have something on the back side, so we're going to do this tan, and we're just going to do it like this right here. Just like that. Give that thing a second to dry. Actually, I'll hold it like this. And go ahead. See, I'm not going to cover it real thick either, because probably a little bit of that black wouldn't hurt showing through there. Wouldn't hurt a thing. Alright. Now we're going to give that just a second. And you can see I'm using this camouflage. Okay? So by the time I get done with it, this thing's going to disappear and you won't be able to see it. But hopefully you'll see what my purpose is. Okay? Well, you'll still be able to see it because the blue tape will be here. So you'll still be able to see it. You'll know where it's at. You know, camo paint's supposed to blend in with everything and it makes it disappear. So you got to be careful with it. You'll lose what you're working on. Alright, that's starting to dry up a little bit already. That's pretty quick drying stuff right there. I don't know, let's see, 6.5 hours. Yeah, we'll be dry here in just a minute. Oh yeah, it's drying already. Dry enough for the touch anyway. Oh, it's almost there. Alright, now, what was we going to say? Oh, camouflage. I just want something a little different, just one magazine, a little different, to go back onto my AR. Just as kind of a decorative, something pretty to look at. Let's see how we're going to do this screen. We'll probably take this screen and lay it on there like that. In fact, I might, let's see, like that or like that. No, I think I like it like that better. Yeah, we'll try to do it like that. Just like that right there. See if we can get this thing to lay just a little bit flatter. We'll work this thing around just a little bit. See if we can make it lay down just a little bit flatter. Okay, we're almost there. Give this paint a minute to dry. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. That's beautiful. It's laying down just perfect. Okay. Now, that don't look too bad right there. Now let's see what we come up with. Here's my military green, my OD green. That's the one I want to try out. See what we come up with right there. Yep, she's spraying. Alright, let's give this thing a light whack or two across here. Let's see what she does. And it's like I always say, if you don't like it, paint it and do it again. Let's see what we're coming up with here. Not as well as I was hoping for. So, what do we do now? Well, let's just try something since we're here. Let's just go ahead and cover that up with the green. Let's lay this back on here again. See if I can figure out about the same pattern I had a while ago. Be something somewhere along in the lines of something like that, I believe. And let's take this light color and just see what happens there. Sort of a marbling color. What do you think? What do you guys think? Is that something worth messing with? Actually, I think that's pretty good, to be honest with you. I'll take this old green. Let me do some of this down here so I ain't getting up toward my camera. Pull this up here. Just let it dry just a little bit. Okay, all I've done is went ahead and put some green on this side. I'll put a little green right there. I missed that. Kind of a marbling color. That's not, look, that's not too bad. Sort of snakeskin maybe. Yeah. That baby dry just a little bit right there. Let's take this and put it right here in front of it. Let me do. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby, maybe I should say. Okay, let's try this. Get around on this side. I'm gonna tell you what. No, that's not too shabby. That don't look too bad at all. A little lighter than what I'd like to see it. But you know what? I've got another idea here too. Let me come back over here and redo this side just a little bit. See if I can find that pattern again. I believe that's it right there. Let's get a little more pronounced, a little more. Yes, sir. Now that don't look too bad at all. Don't look too bad at all, does it, folks? What do you think? Oh, we about missed the bottom, didn't we? Can't do that. No, can't miss the bottom. We got to have some on the bottom too. So let me do this right here. Let me do this right here. Get a little something across that bottom there. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Yes, sir. What I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Look at there. Good gracious alive. Now, that don't look bad at all. No. Now, out of curiosity, I'm going to take some of this here black. And I'm going to have to get over here to the side. So I'll have to do this and then come back and show you what I've done. see where you guys at. You guys will here, if you can see what I'm doing here or not. But I'm just gonna barely sprinkle, just barely. Oh yes, yes, just barely let a little bit of that black mist hit it. Oh man, what you talk about? Oh, that's better than a banana pudding on Sunday afternoon, I'm telling you. Look at that right there. Put a little black specks in it just to set it off a little bit. Look at that. Man, I think that's it. I think that's going to work. That don't look bad at all. That actually turned out pretty good. We'll give this thing a couple seconds. We'll put this thing back in the rifle and see what we think. That's not bad. Not for the first time. That's not bad. All right, I'm going to cut this off, let it dry a little bit. And I'll get it in my gun, make sure it looks all right. And I'll get a coat of sealer on it. And I'll be back in a few minutes, show you guys what it turned out to look like, okay? So you guys, all right, there we go. There's what we turned out with, whichever way you want to call it. Thought it turned out pretty good myself. Now, the only way I'm going to know what you think about it is if you go down there in that comment box, leave me a comment, or do me a video response and show me what kind of magazines you got to go in yours and what they look like. And Long Hair 13, I know you got some beautiful ones, and ain't no way I can compare, but I wish I could get you to maybe paint a couple of them for me, because I'd love to have some with some zombie stuff on it. But we'll talk about that later. Just send me a PM if you're interested. But if you got anything that's custom painted like that, I'd like to know about it. I really would, because I'm really trying to get into doing some of this camo painting for sure, and maybe some other little stuff. I need all the help I can get. You know, I was a drop when I was a kid, you know, and I'm trying to get back into some of this stuff. But anyway, that right there I don't think looks too bad. Get this thing figured out. I don't think it looks too bad. Not for the first try anyway. Thought it turned out pretty decent. So, you tell me, what do you think? You think it looks alright? You think it's a piece of junk, or throw it away, start over with, whatever? Or if you got one you want to send me, I'll get you there, But like I said, that didn't turn out too bad to be the first one I've messed with. And it got a pretty good pattern on it. I sort of like it. I'm gonna dwell on it for a little bit and see what I think. But until next time, play hard, play safe. Don't play stupid. And don't take your breath every day for granted. God bless you.